Welcome back to the Racing Post Postcast. Bruce Millington, Graham Rodway, Mark Boylan and Paddy Powell's Rob Catterson looking ahead to some decent action right across Europe on Sunday. Before we get stuck into Deauville, where some real big-name stars are in action, we'll look at the Curragh card and we'll start with the 210, which is the Galileo Irish EBF Futurity Stakes. Recent winners include New Approach, Cape Blanco, Glen Eagles and Churchill. So good horses only need apply. And Mark Boylan, who do you think is going to emerge victorious from this year's crop?
Well, look, we both know the winner of next year's Derby, Bruce. I hear that you're a fan of Amadeo Modigliani too, so although this race is a breeding ground for some smart individuals in classics next season, perhaps maybe we should stay where we are with Amadeo. Really here, Ryan Moore has sided with Rostropovich, and I know he was beaten by Camelback last time, but I thought the way that race panned out didn't quite suit him. Camelback is an interesting individual himself. I was at Naas that day, and he roared and screamed. He was played up really an awful lot. He was lots of antics going out to the start. Colin Keane treated him with kid gloves, but he has a lot of ability too, this horse, and apparently he's quiet at home, but when he gets to the track he has other ideas. But I do fancy Rostropovich to reverse the form here. I just think back at the Curragh, having a fair time of things. Aidan has a couple of runners in there as well, Coat of Arms and Berkeley Square, that could tee it up a little bit more suitably than the contest last time at Naas, so I'll side with Rostropovich.
My enthusiasm for our Amadeo Modigliani is slightly tempered on last week's postcast, Mark, when Brendan Duke said he doesn't like the horse because he carries his head quite high in kind of George Washington fashion. So I don't know.
Listen, don't worry, Bruce. Listen, don't worry. I'm mad about this horse. I'm mad about this horse.
Rob, who do you like in the 210 at the Curragh on Sunday?
Yeah, you mentioned New Approach. I think Jim could supply the winner again with Theo Bald. He was very impressive when he won his maiden at Leopardstown, and he's run well since. I was a little bit disappointed that he couldn't put it up to the Pentagon a bit more at Leopardstown in the Tyrus, but I think he's very much got the winning of this. So Theo Ball for Jim Bolger and Kevin Manning, I think, will win.
We'll bypass G-Rod. He just turned his nose up at this one. 2:45, the Qatar Racing and Equestrian Club Curragh Stakes. And some big names in this one. Mark, who's going to win it?
We're on last chance saloon territory now with Declaration of Peace, and I'm going to give him one more chance. The money that came from the day at Royal Ascot was just absolutely frightening. He was backed into 13-8 favourite on the day. I know he disappointed, but Ryan looked after him on that day, and he had a break and came back in the Phoenix last week behind Sioux Nation, and he did travel well to a point before almost just tiring a little bit, but that was promising enough now, and I think Wayne wasn't overhard on him when his chance had gone, and stepping back to 5, he has an awful lot of speed, and his maiden was impressive. He was just beaten by Roman Eyes to another smart sort, and when you watch his Dundalk win as well, ahead of Treasuring, there's plenty to like about him. As I said to you, in this sort of quality race, you need to it's hard to have complete confidence in him. I'm lacking a little bit of trust in him, but I do think he has enough ability to take account for these rivals.
He's going to be short, though, isn't he? Surely. I mean, are you actually going to be getting value here?
Listen, he's the most likely winner in it. As I said to you, if I was perhaps later on, if we're looking at the 3 2-year-old races here, there could be maybe a bit of value in trying a patent or something along them lines, maybe.
Okay, well, tell us who with.
As I said to you, I'm going to stick in the first one there at Rostropovich. We'll go Declaration of Peace, and in the third one, I'm going to stay with Happily. I know you're not going to get mad rich, but if the three of them came up, that'd be where I'd be looking. Happily, really nice impression when she won the Silver Flash at Leopardstown last time. Ryan Moore has chosen her over September, which is crucial in my eyes as well. And look, that'll be where I'd be heading. Wouldn't look any further.
That's an interesting heat, that, Rob, isn't it? The 320 we're talking about here, the Breast Cancer Research Debutant Stakes. Happily versus September. Aidan pitches 2 real stars in together, doesn't he, here? Have you got any betting yet on this one, Rob?
Well, we do, and obviously because of Ryan going for Happily all week, we were 10 to 11 September, 15 to 8 Happily. Now we're even money Happily and 11 to 8 September. And that's all obviously because Ryan's on board Happily. But listen, you remember coming up to Royal Ascot, I was very keen in September in the Chesham. The vibes are she's probably going to need the run on Sunday before going for the Moyglare. But to me, she's next year's classic winners in the Guineas and the Oaks. So I wouldn't abandon her. And in the race beforehand, the 2:45, Sorici for Fozzie Stack. She bounced back. She's beaten Actress, and Actress, of course, has won and been third in a Group 1 since. She's got a big chance of giving Mark's Declaration of Peace a run for his money.
I'm actually quite reluctant to ask Graham for Sunday tips because he's just been told that he's making his debut as price-wise on Sunday. The holiday road is obviously absolutely full. Everyone else is off. So G-Rod perhaps keeping his powder slightly dry there, but we will squeeze a tip or two out of him on some of the British undercards. And next, we'll look at the Deauville racing. I shall be at Deauville. We've got some really good stuff. They're 2 Group 1s. The 245 is the Dali Prix Jean Romanet, in which Somi Dar is favourite, Rob. What's the latest betting there?
Yeah, she sure is. I'm surprised you're actually not in Tremor, Bruce, but you might tell us a little bit.
Yeah, we'll come to that. We'll come to that.
The highs and lows, but yeah, obviously with Armanda not running now in the Group 1, the Prix Jean Romanat, it's pretty short now about Somidar. We're 6-5 Somidar. Ajman Princess is a 5-1 chance in a 6's bar, and it looks a great opportunity for John Gonson's mare to get back on track.
Is that your tip then, Rob? Somidar?
Yeah, I think so. Listen, if you go back to her Prix de l'Opera run, finishing 3rd, and she's had the one run this season, there should be no excuses. And like Ajman Princess is 2nd in the betting, and she's got an awful lot to find with her. So I'd say if there's a banker in France on Sunday, she's it.
Banker for you, Mark Boylan?
I won't confess. I'm going to confess here. I'm not an expert on French racing by any means. It's not something that I dedicate a huge amount of time to. I'd love to see different league run well in the morning for Tipperary connections. Con Marnan, he picked her up for €8,000 and couldn't sell her when he went to Doncaster. Nobody wanted her, and she really smart, beat half a Centuri last time, but maybe wanted a price there. High Dream Melina, unlucky behind, unfortunately. I watched that race, Carl Burke's horse. It beat it there, but at the same time, I felt if it got a clear run, would have got the better of, unfortunately, on the day. I think around the 8-1 price that could do for me. But as I said to you, if there was a match bet between, unfortunately, and High Dream Melina, I'd certainly be come down on the side of High Dream Melina.
Well, let's get a show of betting on that 3:30 then, the Dali Prix Morny. Rob?
Yeah, this is the race of the day. We haven't really had a good opportunity this year to see the 2-year-old fillies pitched in, but there's a good bunch of them here. We're 6-4 about the Albany winner, different league. It's 3-1 Tan Team for Freddie Head. She's won a Group 3. We're 9-2 Zonza, who's 3 from Troop. Then we've got Nantelli, who, of course, is going to try and frank the Clemmy form. Havana Grey's a Group 3 winner.
What price is Nialetti?
Nialetti's 11-2. We're 6-1 Havana Grey, and it's 10's bar. But this is definitely the 2-year-old race of the season on the fillies front.
I tell you, I'd love that Nialetti last time. Absolutely superb. G-Rod, obviously now you're Mr. Price-wise. You're going to be coming over all coy. Just give us a clue, can you?
That Somi Dar, it was very disappointing last time out at Goodwood, so you got to be keen to take her on that. Yeah,
say no more. Read Sunday's Racing Post for Price-wise, Graham Rodway's tips.
I was impressed with Nialetti as well, and next time. But to be honest, I've not had too much time to look at those races yet.
Well, you better start, haven't you?
Indeed.
Okay, now let's talk about the big race then, Mark. The 255 at Tremor on Sunday. It's the Comra Veterinary Maiden Hurdle over 2 mile 5, in which, after 50 years, 40 of which I swore I'd never ever own a racehorse, I'm finally making my debut. I have a small share in a horse, and believe me, we did not choose the name, okay? I've acquired a small share of this horse. I thought, this is exciting. Willie Mullins trains it. Ruby's riding it. It's called Hey Little Boy. I do hope he runs well. Have you had a chance to look at the form yet, Mark? What are we up against? Have I got any chance?
Well, to be honest, I've heard that this horse in Willie Mullins at the moment. Now, it's owned by absolute gangsters, but coming from Germany, apparently has a good chance. This, as you have mentioned it, Hey Little Boy, look, in terms of form, you will find stronger maiden hurdles in Ireland. At this time of year, it's not an overly strong time.
So we've picked a good opportunity, have we?
Hopefully. Now, I'm not meaning to set you up for a fall or anything at all, but you can tell me more about what it's doing at home than I'll be able to tell you about some of these horses in terms of form, because a lot of them, they aren't a huge amount to write home about, to be quite honest, without any disrespect to any rivals here. Maybe you can be a bit more bullish, but if your fella is smart, he could well account for them.
Sounds like you'll want a better win, because if it doesn't win...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. The old dream's going to die straight away.
I see you have it in blue colours. You have blue colours. You can sneak a bit of red in for Palace.
Beautiful colours, those, aren't they? Look at those, G-Rod. Look, plain blue. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to be at Deauville on Sunday. There is absolutely no chance there's going to be an on-course betting shop showing their ways, is there? So I just hope somehow there's a bet to view facility. Otherwise, I'm going to have to ring some commentary line. But
we can FaceTime if you want. I know there was clamped down that during the week. We can have another FaceTime there.
I could get the sack there for illegal streaming of data rights, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I might have to call you up for a commentary. But anyway, good luck to Hey Little Boy. Some bloke called Ruby Walsh riding in the 255 at Tremor. What are you up to this weekend, G-Rod? Obviously, big day on Saturday. Saturday, isn't it? Because you're price-wise.
Absolutely, yeah. Looking forward to that. Yeah, hopefully I'll get off to a good start. And then Sunday I'm off up north.
Up north. Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm off up north.
Oh,
Yeah.
where are you going?
So on Sunday I'm driving up to Chester. We've got a few friends up there, so we're gonna stay down there, and then we'll be going across. I think it's the M62, is it? It goes across to York for the Ebor meeting next week. So
You're off next week, are you?
I'm off the most part of next week. I'm back next Friday.
Lovely.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to.
Give us a York horse to keep an eye on.
2 days at York. Batash should win the Numthorpe. I know they've got Lady Aurelia in it, but that Batash, God, that looks so good, didn't it? I mean, and is that horse improving quickly as well?
I'm really looking forward to that race. That is going to be absolutely superb, isn't it? Mark, well done. A very accomplished debut. Enjoyed that. You can come again. What are you doing this weekend? You got youth club tomorrow? Are you out campfires or something? What's going on with you?
Doing lots of good things, Bruce. Yeah, I'm actually in Shermore, where the Great and Good will be. All right, down by the seaside. Really looking forward to spending 2 days down there, and I'm also looking forward to seeing Hey Little Boy do the business, please God. But I'm really looking forward to seeing Arrogate, to be honest, in Delmar. It's one of them races where this will hinge an awful lot on the Breeders' Cup, which is an event I really, really like. And he looked like he lost interest in Delmar last time. He was, what did he go off, 101 to 20? He was very flat, but just maybe an angle if you want to look at it. It was a horse called Collected, trained by Bob Baffert as well. Now, he won a race last time at Delmar, and he won as he liked. Like you want to see a 3 to 5 favourite win. And look, they backed off him last year after disappointed in the Preakness, the middle leg of the Triple Crown. He's matured from it. And if Arrogate is to lose tomorrow, this horse won't be 16 to 1. And I think he's the horse that could beat him if there are any chinks in Arrogate's armour. But looking forward to Tremor more so, but that'll be really an interesting one to keep an eye on.
Jolly good. Well done, Martin. What about you? Will your dulcet tones, Rob, be ringing round the Paddy Power betting shop estate this weekend, or have you got a rare weekend off?
There will be Sunday. I'm in the Curragh tomorrow. Our own Paddy was supposed to be there, but he got the offer of going to Vegas for the McGregor Mayweather fight, so he'll be doing, no doubt, pulling plenty of pranks before that. So yeah, I'm in the Curragh tomorrow. Obviously, we're sponsoring a lot of the cards, so I'll be hopefully giving a few winners, and then yeah, I'm working Sunday. And speaking of York, I'm on a stag there next weekend, making my York debut, so really looking forward to that.
Oh, you'll have a fantastic time. It's a beautiful city, great race course, and you'll be there for the Ebor. Great stuff.
Yeah, they're Friday and Saturday, so give a shout out to the groom, Johnny Breach. He's going to have one weekend he'll never forget.
Fantastic stuff. Well done, Johnny. I hope that goes well. Thank you very much indeed for listening. Maddie and the gang are back on Monday, where we will look back on the weekend, but more importantly, look ahead to 4 fantastic days at York. And then we'll be back next Friday to shine the torch on all the weekend action. So do join us for those.
Check out Paddy Power's new and exclusive Cash Card Plus. Available to use online, at ATMs, or even down the local. Paddy Power, you beauty.